Good day everyone. We are from Group 1. Our presentation topic for today is a comparison of financial performance among commercial banks, which is Maybank, RHB Bank, HSBC Bank and Alliance Bank.
My name is Madeline Yong at Zero. Now, I will introduce the background of bank. We choose these four to make a comparison. The first one is Maybank. Malayan Banking Berhad, also known as Maybank, operate as holding company, which provide investment, commercial banking, and financial services. It operates through the community financial services, global wholesale banking, insurance, takaful, asset management, and international banking. Second, RHB Bank. RHB Bank started in banking group from a humble beginning, which in years 1997, to the world well-known banking group until nowadays. RHB Bank Berhad provide banking services. The company offer commercial and consumer banking, corporate, investment banking, and international banking services. Third, HSBC Bank Malaysia. The Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation Limited, which was established in 1865 to finance the growing trade between Europe, India, and China. HSBC Bank Malaysia offer personal financial service, commercial banking, global banking, market and Islamic financial solution. Last, Alliance Bank Malaysia. Alliance Bank Malaysia Berhad was incorporated in Malaysia in 3 August 1982 under the name of Malaysian French Bank Berhad. Alliance Bank Berhad, formerly Alliance Financial Group, is a Malaysia-based company engaged in providing bank and financial services. Now, the objective is to find a relationship between the financial statement of 4 different banks. Then, analyze the performance and current financial situations of the bank, calculations by 8 types of the different ratio, and analysis and interpret the 8 difference ratio from the calculation.
Good day everyone, my name is Monisha, my address number is 282068. Today I want to present about the return on equity of Maybank, RHB Bank, HSBC Bank and Alliance Banks for the year 2016 to 2020. Firstly, for the Maybank, return on equity level is getting slow down after year 2016. They failed to maintain shareholders' value from 2017 to 2020. RHB Bank's return on equity level is in good position because a sustainable and developing ROE over period can define as a company good at maintain shareholder value from the year 2016 to 2020. The percentage is getting higher from 6.67% to 8.27% on 2020. For the HSBC Bank, the percentage is getting higher to 2016 to 2018. Then from 2019 to 2020, the value is decreasing. It indicates that the bank maintains well their usage of capital until year 2018. After that they fail to maintain it. By the chart, we can analyze that Alliance Bank is becoming fewer efficient at generating profit and rising the shareholder value starting from 2016 to 2020.
My name is Zoe Wong and my matrix number is 272110. I would like to share the key probability of return on asset. By comparing these 4 companies, the purest performance is RHB Bank that recorded less than 1% of ratio for over 5 years and had the lowest ROA among 4 banks at 0.63% in 2016, even though they have shown an improvement year by year. This has proved that the bank was unable to manage their asset efficiently to generate income. Meanwhile, Alliance Bank and HSBC Bank has achieved a stable ROA at the year 2017, 2018 and 2019, which are more than 1% of ratio. However, a significant drop is recorded at 2020, which the ROA ratio is less than 1%. By this means, we can conduct that Maybank Berhad is the most efficiently and effectively in managing the asset to generate profit and as the most profitable bank. This is because the bank has shown a continuously and stable performance of ROA even though it has up and down motion. Moreover, Maybank also has maintained their ROA at a solid position as they have their ratio over 1% for over 5 years.
Hello, my name is Ong Vicky with metric number 269923. Now I'm going to briefly talk about the net interest margin, NIM of Maybank, RHB Bank, HSBC Bank and Alliance Bank from year 2016 until 2020. Here in the slide, we have the calculation table and the graph which shows the up and down trend of NIM for these four banks in these 5 years. In short, the higher the value in net interest margin, the higher the profitability of the bank. By comparing the NIM of these four banks, we can conclude that Alliance Bank is better than the other banks in these 5 years. From the table and the graph, we can see that the NIM of Alliance Bank has continuously increased from year 2016 until 2019, and it only decreased in 2020. The increasing result of NIM indicates that Alliance Bank has well performed in managing their investment and efficient use of their resources. Well, that's all from me. Thank you very much, and now I will pass it to the next presenter.
Good evening to Doctor and my classmates. My name is Lim Mai Hui with my metric number 272178. Based on the figures of net non-interest margins, we can observe that Maybank was a positive trend. It indicated they are able to manage their non-interest wisely compared to other three banks such as HB Bank, HSBC Banks and Alliance Bank during these 5 years. Then, HSBC Bank was seen more stable on net non-interest margins, even it was a negative trend. Next, at first, IHB Bank was the lowest percentage compared to those three banks, while in 2020 it was an increase of the percentage, which was the increase in non-interest revenue. Lastly, Alliance Bank was continuously decreased from 2017 to 2020. It is indicated that the banks was not have a good signs to generate the non-interest revenue and was the lowest of N&M percentage among four banks. As a result of the greatest percentage of net non-interest margins obtained from fees and commissions incomes at Maybank, since this allowed them to better diversify their income structure and to become more resilient to overall economic conditions that affects their loan portfolio. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Imran bin Shabaruddin. My metric number 273597. I will present about net operating margin. A high operating margin is a good indicator a company is being well managed and is potentially less of a risk than a company with a lower operating margin. For example, a good margin will vary considerably by industry at 10% net profit margin that are already considered as average. A 20% margin is considered high or good, and a 5% margin is a low. Among four banks, Maybank has a highest margin at 4%, even though it is still under 5% as general, while other banks that has a good margin is 5 years period is RHB Bank, and the lowest margin is HSBC Bank, which is at below 1%. Maybank operating margin trend has decreasing in 2017, but they managed to cover up the loss ratio in 2017 to get 4% targeted margin and back to increase for the next year until 2020, while HSBC has a straight line and maintained at below 1% starting 2016 until 2020.
Hello everyone, my name is Divya Ganesan. My metric number is 278157. Table and figure show the earning per share of stocks EPS of Maybank, RHB Bank, ASBC Bank and Alliance Bank from 2016 to 2020. EPS is a metric that measures a general populance company's revenue per outstanding share of stock on a life cycle basis. In 2016, Alliance Bank had an EPS of 0.88, which was relatively better than other three banks. Alliance Bank had a great EPS where the bank had more financially rewarding, which is probably to be a while a higher EPS isn't an indication of future effectiveness. HSBC Bank had an EPS of 0.85 in 2017, which was higher than the other three banks, while in 2018, HSBC Bank had an EPS of 0.96, which was better than other three banks too. In 2019, HSBC Bank had an EPS of 0.94, where it was dramatically higher than other three banking institutions. Alliance Bank had an EPS of 0.85 in 2020, which was considerably greater than other three banks. So, in conclusion, EPS is a critical feature in determining a share profitability using the market value ratio, which evaluate a firm earning as a mechanism of its current valuation corresponding to EPS. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nufara Dimapati Kambang. My metric number is 273322. Okay, for my part is earnings spread. Okay, refer to the graph for the line blue. Maybank recorded the highest earnings spread in 2017 at 1.98% and lowest in the year 2020 at 1.74%. Second is RHB Bank. Refer to the orange line in the graph. The line shows the highest earnings spread in year 2020 at 1.59% and the lowest at 1.7% in year 2016. Third is HSBC Bank. Refer to the graph for gray line. The highest earnings spread in year 2018 at 2.15% and lowest at 0.49% in year 2020. Last but not least is Alliance Bank. Refer to the line yellow. The line shows in year 2019 the earnings spread recorded the highest at 1.96% and the lowest at 0.46% in year 2020. While to conclude by year for these four banks in 2016 until 2017, the higher earnings spread is Maybank. Hence, in year 2018, HSBC recorded the highest earnings spread. As we all know, starting in year 2019, world economy has decreased affected by COVID-19 crisis. Therefore, many of them have problems with their financial positions. As we can see in year 2019, Maybank defeated by Alliance Bank, and for the next year, Maybank take back the title of the most effectiveness of financials because have a highest earnings spread for these four banks. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
A very good day everyone. I'm Vikesh Palan, metric number 281618, and I'll be presenting about operating efficiency ratio. The operating efficiency ratio shows the efficiency of a bank's management by comparing its total operating expense to its total operating revenues. This ratio also indicates the efficiency of a bank's management keeping its costs low while generating revenues. Based on the table below, we can see that HSBC Bank recorded the highest operating efficiency ratio in 2016 compared to other three banks. In 2017, all banks had a ratio below 0.5 except for HSBC Bank for having 0.7396. In 2018 and 19, two banks which are Maybank and RHB had a ratio below 0.5 while the other two which are HSBC and Alliance had more than 0.5. In conclusion, we can conclude that Maybank is the best bank when it comes to operating efficiency ratio as they has the lowest operating efficiency ratio among 5 years compared to other three banks. The lower the ratio, the better it is.
Hi everyone, myself Anusha Ganesan. My metric number is 269836. So now I'm going to present the last part of our group assignment, which is the conclusion part. As all of you can see in the slide, I have been listed which bank performed very well as for the comparison we did for the particular ratios that we have been counted. So as all of you noticed, I have been highlighted the word Maybank the most because Maybank performed very well compared to other three banks that we have been compared for the ratios that we have been calculated. First, as all of you can see, Maybank performed very well on return on equity, followed by return on assets, where the managing of assets to gain their earnings is very well for Maybank, and also for net non-interest margin and also for operating efficiency ratio, which the operating efficient ratio is the lowest compared to other banks, which it shows that Maybank perform very well in their operating, and also followed by earnings spread, and finally for net banking operating margin. So if we observe very well, among the ratios that we have been calculated, most of the ratios is conquered by Maybank, which conclude that Maybank is the best performance of the in managing and also banking system compared to other three banks.
Thank you all.